Let's face it, Nintendo gets a lot of hate when it comes to trying to make money off their old games. Whether it be porting games from the Wii U to the Switch, or trying to make you pay full price for a virtual console game that you've already downloaded. Well, today I wanted to talk about the top 3 games that I want to see on the Nintendo Switch as an HD remastered version. I'm willing to pay full price for these 3 games. Now, you guys all know I'm a huge Mario Kart fan, so the very first game that I would love to see ported to the Nintendo Switch as an HD remaster would be Diddy Kong Racing. I know it's not exactly like Mario Kart, but that's what I love about it. I love how you can actually use planes, hovercrafts. I love how you have the hub world where you can actually unlock new areas. You can collect balloons, unlock more doors, and the story was actually pretty well done. Now, if you replay the game now, it looks a little outdated. The graphics are really blocky, obviously, because this was back on the Nintendo 64. They did redo this game on the DS, if you guys do remember that. It was a lot of fun. I did buy it on DS, and I would be willing, honestly, to pay full price $59.99 to actually see an HD remake on the Switch. Leave a comment below and let me know. Would you be willing to pay that price? I would. I love that game that much. Could you imagine what they could do to this game now if this was actually on the Nintendo Switch? Let's take a look. The second game that I would love to see on the Nintendo Switch would be Super Mario 64. Now, I know this could come to the Switch in the Virtual Console, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an HD remake, 60 frames per second, 1080p. That's what I would love to see. This game blew me away. I remember as a kid looking up at the monitor at Toys R Us and just being blown away, being like, this is the future of gaming. I was one of the first kids in my school to actually have this at their house. So you can imagine all the kids were just wanting and dying to come over to my house and play this. This game is amazing. To me, this game is what started it all. When it comes to 3D platforming, you think of Super Mario 64. The camera angles could be a little tricky at times, but hey, this was one of the games, a first of its kind. So could you imagine what this game could actually look like on the Nintendo Switch? Now, the last and final game that I would love to see on the Nintendo Switch is one of my favorite games of all time, and that's The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This, to me, is one of the best Zelda games ever made. Don't get me wrong, Breath of the Wild was good. I think it deserved Game of the Year, but Ocarina of Time, there is just something special about it. You cannot deny there is something just special about this game. Now, it did come to the 3DS Ocarina of Time 3D, if you guys do remember that, it was amazing. Obviously, I bought that game and it was great. But I'm talking like not 3D. I want like 1080p, 60 frames per second. It would look downright amazing. The fact that this was already on the 3DS and stuff makes it hard to believe that Nintendo might do this, but it's such a demand. People would buy this game all over again. I would pay full price, $59.99 for this game in a heartbeat. Man, I'd pay $100 for this game. I love Ocarina of Time. I've beaten it so many times, but it just never gets old, and I've always wanted to play it in HD. So let's take a look at what this game could possibly look like on the Nintendo Switch. Well, there you go, guys. This has been my top 3 games that I would love to see ported to the Nintendo Switch as an HD remastered version. Leave a comment below and let me know what would you love to see come to the Nintendo Switch as an HD remastered. That's pretty much all for right now, guys, and there'll be more to come shortly. Thanks again.